Welcome to Strategy Saturday. I'm Charles Carillo, and today we're going to be discussing handling tenants when selling multifamily properties. So our company is currently selling several multifamily properties, and over the years of investing in real estate, there have been some recurring themes surrounding tenants when you're selling a property. First is if you're planning on selling a property with a tenant or tenants, be prepared for more complaints and problems that were previously not problems being brought to light. Now, maintenance and repairs will not change when you're selling a property. If something breaks, it is fixed, but you'll begin receiving more requests from tenants with problems or even potential problems. Just how the properties were run previously can work here, being discerning about what is broken and what needs to be replaced. Over years of self-managing properties, you'll hear a lot of tenants that will have a lot of issues with different things, and it's usually because they just want new appliances. This isn't doing it, so I need a brand new one. Well, it can be fixed, or it's not really a problem. It's just something that you want. You kind of have to be discerning about what gets repaired and what gets replaced, and this is very important, mainly in like C-class properties, where you have to really control expenses to make money. Now, during a sale, we had tenants complain about a smell in their apartment, complain about sounds they are hearing, how they think something is going to break. And yes, if we're told something is going to break, we'll have management look at it next time they're at the property. But we're not sending someone out same day like an emergency, like someone had something wrong with plumbing. And I'm not sure how you would troubleshoot sounds a tenant is hearing. That's going to be something very difficult to figure out and find out what it is. Second is focus on making repairs prior to listing your property. Walk the properties prior to listing, possibly with your broker, which I would really suggest, and make a list of repairs that need to be done and have them done prior to listing your property. Third is be respectful of your tenants when scheduling walkthroughs and try to minimize them. Be courteous, and it's really the best course of action because you want to possibly just show their apartment once and then have the inspection hopefully after it goes under contract, and that's your last time, just a few weeks later. And fourth, it's best that tenants are not there when you walk the properties for inspections. They are just waiting to tell an inspector what is wrong with the property. Something 2 years ago wasn't fixed as fast as they wanted it done. They requested new appliances and the landlord never installed them. They just fixed the broken burner on the stove. And these are all types of things that are going to come to light when you're walking properties with inspectors, with tenants there. And, it's not all tenants, but you'll find some. And we found that tenants that never had problems for several years renting with us, and then all of a sudden they find out that the property is being sold, and now it's a daily occurrence of something that's wrong with the property that never really was an issue, that's not really changed over the last few years. Fifth is don't advertise to your tenants that you're selling. Make sure there's no sign installed on the property. Most will find out, hopefully, that is after inspections have taken place. At that time, the buyer's team will most likely not be back at the property until closing. So that's one of the main things too, is I would just keep it as quiet as possible until it comes to light. Sixth, you need to train your property manager and their staff about how to handle the sale, and it is best to have the broker take care of the tours and walkthroughs. You just want your broker and the buyer's team there. There is no need for your property manager's team to walk every unit. Just open the units when there is no one there. And the broker should really be conversing with the buyer's team, providing answers to questions. Maintenance people should also, not be talking about the potential sale to any tenants or potential tenants. I would really keep, if you tell your property manager that's being sold, it's being listed. Of course, if it goes under contract, I would definitely let your property manager know. I would possibly incentivize your property manager if it does sell. These are just things that I would do to make everything move forward. But one of the things I would also say is, hey, this is just between you and I, and there's no need for your maintenance people to know. It's important for you to know, but please keep this between us. There's one thing after, when inspections happen, stuff like that, you can only keep it inside so long. But the main thing is after inspections after inspections have passed, you're pretty much nearing the finish line for selling the property. So it doesn't really matter too much. You're not really going to have to get back to the units. In closing, I've been tempted but never financially enticed any tenants at properties we have sold. Now, this would probably change. I've never sold any single family homes with tenants in it. If I was selling a single family home with a tenant in it, I probably would incentivize them a little bit financially to make sure that everything went through. It's best to make repairs prior to listing and operate the properties as you had before. The less people that know about the sale of the property, I have found to be the better. So thank you very much. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, submit comments and potential show topics at globalinvestorspodcast.com. Look forward to 2 more episodes next week. See you then.
Nothing in this episode should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Any investment opportunities mentioned on this podcast are limited to accredited investors. Any investments will only be made with proper disclosure, subscription documentation, and are subject to all applicable laws. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of Syndication Superstars, LLC exclusively.